Hey guys, this is Dumo.
And I'm Naiji.
Right now we're going to do a stunt drill video that you can do at home. Right now we can't stunt, but we want to make sure that you guys are working on your basic skills. So here we go. For this video, you need a backpack and some textbooks that you're going to put in the backpack for some weight. If you're a back spot, you're going to grab 2 face towels and you're going to roll them up. You can use a water bottle or a can of soup, your cheer shoes, 2 solo cups, and either a dumbbell or ankle weights. Right now we're going to go over the bases, grips, and body position for a sponge and a prep. Right now Naiji has his hands open up underneath the foot. His arms are 90 degrees. He's going to bend his knees, shoulder width apart, keeping his chest up in that sponge position. To go to our prep, he's going to bend his knees, drive with his legs, pop those elbows together, and settle in that prep position with his fingers open up underneath the toe and heel. We're going to show that one more time. Bending the legs, 90 degrees, driving up, popping those elbows underneath the foot, open up those fingers. And for my back spots, you're going to grab those 2 face towels that we rolled up. We're going to pretend those are ankles, and you're going to stand shoulder width apart, legs are bent, chest is up. We're going to pretend we're going to help the top girl out in that sponge position, driving past our face and settling in that prep position, keeping our elbows out, keeping our body close, and squeezing her ankles really, really tight. So bases and back spots, you're going to grab your shoe or your towels. We're going to do 5 reps of that, starting in our sponge position and settling into that prep 5 times. Now we're going to grab our backpack that has the books inside of it for some weights. This is our grip for it. Our hands are underneath the shoulder straps at the very top of the bag, holding it very tight. And then we're going to grab our cheer shoe and we're going to hold it like we would for a sponge position. Our hands are underneath the toe and hands underneath the heel. Then we're going to get in that sponge position with our legs bent and our arms 90 degrees. Chest is up, holding that sponge position. Now for our back spots, you're going to hold it the exact same way. Our hands underneath the shoulder straps at the very top. And then we're going to grab those 2 face towels for our ankles. And we're going to go in that sponge position with our legs bent and our hands in that sponge position like she's settling in. What we're going to do now, we're going to do 3 sets of 30 seconds, holding our grips in that sponge position. Okay, making sure our arms are 90 degrees, our legs are shoulder width apart, legs are bent. We're holding it tight. We want to make sure that backpack is not swaying back and forth, that it's sturdy and staying still. We're going to work a little bit of our quads and our arms a little bit, holding that bag. Keep holding it for 30 seconds. Alright, that was 1 rep. Let's do 2 more. And last one for 30 seconds. Now that we know how to hold a sponge with the backpack and the shoe, okay, we're going to go to a prep position. So again, we're going to start in that sponge position that we just did, and we're going to drive with our legs, dipping, driving, popping those elbows together, and settling in that prep position. Making sure our arms are passing our face, almost like we're slightly doing a show and go / extension, but settling in that prep position. Again, using your legs, driving up, and then settling. And for the back spot, exact same thing as we did when we didn't have the backpack. Okay, now we're just driving with our legs, driving all the way up and holding that in that prep position, holding those two towels, squeezing really tight. We're going to do 10 reps of this. Using your legs, driving up and settling into prep. Make sure we're resisting that weight coming down. Making sure that bag is not swaying back and forth. Controlling it as much as we can. Next up is extensions. Exact same thing as you did for the prep. We're dipping with our legs, popping those elbows together, but now driving through and stopping at extension position. Making sure we have good grips. We're dipping with our legs, coming down to a sponge. We're gonna do that one more time. Dipping with our legs, driving all the way up, locking out those arms at the very top, and then resisting, dipping with the legs, and then resisting down to that sponge position. And back spot, same exact thing, starting from that sponge, dipping with your legs, driving all the way through, locking out those arms, holding those towels really tight, and using your legs to resist coming down to the sponge position. Again, we're going to do 10 reps of this, using your legs, driving to the top, locking out those arms. Making sure we have proper grips. Bases, make sure you're turning your hands as you're driving to the top and turn them back down and resisting it to that sponge position. Back spots, you want to lift, and then as you're coming back down, resist. In cheerleading, we use a lot of LOL, lots of legs. So if your legs are feeling it right now, then that's a good thing. It means you're working them out, using proper technique. If your back is killing you while doing these drills, it means your body is not in the right position. It's either you are leaning forward as you're coming down to that sponge position, or you are leaning back as you're pushing up to that extension. Okay, make sure we have our chest and squeezing our core a little tight as we're doing these drills. So we're moving on to Liberties. For our main bases, you're gonna have the exact same job as you would for an extension. You're dipping with those legs, driving all the way up and locking out those arms and coming back down the same way to a sponge. For our back spots, you usually push on the seat for our Liberties, but obviously we don't have one. So we're just gonna squeeze on those ankles, and as we're dipping and driving all the way up to that extension position, we're gonna squeeze those towels together. And I want you to utilize your index finger because that's gonna help us remember to drive up and stabilize our flyer as she settles into that Liberty position. Okay, come back down the same way as you would for a sponge, and then again driving through, try to squeeze those towels together because you're pretending you're grabbing one leg. So for our side base, we're going to grab that top handle of our backpack with our right hand underneath. Alright, then we're going to put that shoe right on top of our right hand. And then we're going to grab our left hand and put that left thumb underneath, stepping with our right foot in front of us, dipping with our legs, and then driving up, getting underneath that foot. Okay, for a sponge position, we're dipping with our legs, and then driving back down to that sponge position, controlling the weight coming down. Notice the backpack is barely moving as Naiji drives through the extension. He's controlling that stunt and settling into that sponge position, resisting. Okay, we're gonna get a closer look at the foot. Okay, making sure we have proper grips. He has that left thumb underneath, and then he turns. If he can't reach that with the left hand, he can get his palm underneath that foot. Again, we're gonna do 10 reps of Liberties. If you're a side base, make sure you're utilizing the side base grip for a Liberty. And main bases, you're doing the exact same thing as you would for an extension. Our back squats, remember we're squeezing those towels together at the very top, pretending we're grabbing one leg. Make sure we're dipping with our legs before we're coming back down to a sponge position. Right now we're going to work on release moves, TikToks. We're doing this using a sit-up. Okay, we're doing a slight release with our fingers, catching at the very top, keeping our arms straight the whole entire time. Back squats, you can grab a water bottle to be your ankle for a TikTok. Just release and grab as you normally would for a Liberty. We'll be doing 10 reps of this, beginning now. This will build eye coordination and core strength. Next skill we're going to do is a full up. So for our main bases, our right hand is going to be underneath that toe with our fingers facing to our belly button. Okay, as we're dipping with our legs, we're going to keep that elbow in, turning our hand, keeping it above our head, keeping that foot straight, and then regripping with our left at the very top. Dipping with our legs, unwinding the exact same way, keeping our elbow in, and settling it down to that sponge position. One more time. To the top. And unwinding, keeping that foot as straight as we can on the way down. For our side base, we normally release this at the very top and then regrip, but we're going to hold on to that foot, so we're going to dip with our legs, we're going to turn the foot, and then try to finish that full up, that last quarter of the turn. Okay, trying to get that foot as soon as we can and finishing it out, turning to our right and then back to the front. For our back spots, you're going to grab those towels, or you can grab 2 water bottles if you can. Alright, holding with your fingers facing up. We're going to dip with our legs, driving all the way up. Same thing with the secondary base. We're going to turn our hands, trying to finish out that full up. We usually release, but obviously we can't this time. And settling down to that sponge position. We'll be doing this drill 5 times. Making sure we're keeping our elbow in if we're the main base, making sure we're turning if we're the secondary base, and back spot for the full up. We can also do this to full up to prep, the same exact concept. You kind of want to go above your face and then settle into that prep position. Most important thing is trying to keep that foot straight as possible and control it on the way down. Alright, right now you're going to take your shoe and your solo cup or plastic cup, and you're going to fill up that cup with water. Try to fill it up as much as you can to the top, and then you're going to take your shoe and then the cup of water, and you're going to place it inside the shoe. Like so. Ta-da! So the goal here is to not spill the water. We want to keep that foot straight as possible, because if we don't, boom, the water spills out, okay? If we don't keep our foot straight, our flower is going to fall over either our back spot or our secondary base or our main base. So make sure we are keeping that foot straight as possible and keeping that water in the cup. Right now we're going to do 10 reps of this, so begin. For our back spots, you're going to have those 2 cups full of water. Make sure you try not to spill. Making sure you're still using those legs as you're dipping down. Lugging out those arms, keeping that foot straight, and keeping that water inside the cup. Right now we're going to do conditioning drills for basing and back spotting. The first one is knee, foot, okay? We're going to go on our knees, and once we get on our feet, we're going to stay in that squat position, and our arms are locked out the whole entire time, either holding a cup or a water bottle or a shoe, depending on what position you are. We're going to do this 15 times, and begin. Right now we're going to do squat jumps holding onto the shoe or water bottle. So we're dipping down in that prep position, explode, doing a tuck jump, and extending our arms all the way up. One more time, we're going to squat down to prep, explode, and hit that extension. We'll be doing this 10 times. Next workout is downward dog shoulder shrugs. Okay, making sure our shoulders staying over our hands, pushing through our shoulders 20 times. Next exercise is Superman's. We're going to do 20 times. Trying to straighten up our back. Our next workout is 180 jump squats. We're going to do a total of 10 times. Now go ahead, grab your ankle weight and your dumbbell. We're going to do 20 times shoulder press with a squat. Next up is wall sits with arm raises. Okay, you're meeting at wall sits. Make sure you're in 90 degrees. Keeping the arm straight the whole entire time. Lifting it above, stopping in the middle, and coming back down. We're going to do this 20 times. Alright guys, I hope you liked that video. How'd you like it?
I enjoyed this video for sure.
You think it's essential?
It's very essential considering that the climate that we're in and we can't stunt together. It's important that you guys can really enjoy these drills at home.
Yep, so keep doing it. If you want to do more reps, go for it. And until next time, peace.
Bye guys.